Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to 2 weeks later, where we're talking about Mushoku Tensei once again, and we have Jarkey Bacon back with us. Welcome back, Jarkey Bacon.
Thank you, thank you. I'm back. I heard there was complaints about the last episode, but do not fear. I am back to make everything well again. I will bring the good takes. Don't you worry, Mushoku Tensei fans. I'm here to make sure that Kyle doesn't say too many stupid things, even though he will inevitably do so. So yes.
Yes, and we also have Kyle Entertainment. Go ahead, Kyle.
Whoa.
Yes.
You know, I'm just looking at this other video discussing Mushoku Tensei Season 2 bracket episodes 3-4 close bracket. And I'm just envious of EliteAri's full circles here on his little icons here. No Jarkey Bacon, as you know, but just the two of us, and there's a nice rounded bottom to these circles. Whereas on secondary ENT, it just cuts off.
And we don't know
Anybody
why.
else mad about that?
Yeah.
I'm furious.
Couldn't be mad at all.
Yeah, Jarkey Bacon will like animate the fucking things if you let him or something. I saw that blue back video. Anywho, what a reference that is.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Mushoku Tensei.
Yes, but before we go into anything about these great 2 episodes that we're going to be talking about now, we need to hear what Bacon thought about the last 2. So how'd it go? Bacon?
Okay. So I watched episode 3 when it came out because we did our chat and I was like, I'm interested, I'm ready. So this is me pre-holiday, like 4 weeks ago or whatever. First note: Ridius with no drip on date. Shake my head. Sarah's putting in too much work for this dude. SMH. Dying of secondhand cringe from the date, and then I just have a big line saying "pussy." I think that's because Ridius was being a coward for some reason. And then I was actually saying, Mr. Sexually Repressed, great sex scene. I liked it.
Wow.
Or not sex scene, but I liked it. I thought it was great.
Cool.
Wait, so what were you secondhand cringing about, if not the sex scene?
It was more just like I don't know. I'll be honest, probably from Ridius being really awkward on the date. That's what I remember. But
Was he awkward, EliteAri, or is Bacon making things up?
I may be making stuff up.
I mean, it was
Don't allow me
just
to go
everyone was drunk. I don't know. Like he was not reading the signals. I guess he was being
Wasn't
very
drunk
hesitant.
yet.
Oh, they were drinking.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
later.
exactly.
I guess.
Yes, that
I
was
was thinking
it.
about them walking around. Oh yeah, he wasn't taking hints and stuff. I guess. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. What is it? I thought Soul was dead. Oh, I think.
Wait, who?
Doesn't Soul?
Oh, you thought
Was
he
that the
was
guy? That,
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I thought, hang on, I think Ridius was like punching him or something.
Oh
I just
my
thought he was
God.
dead. And
Jesus.
then the reveal that the punches did nothing to him was actually very funny. Like he just got up. He was just like, all right, whatever.
Ari, what am I thinking of where somebody just punches somebody like it's going to be a gag, but then they don't stop and then Kristen Cole. Never mind, I remember.
Yeah.
It actually
and
was
then-
something you could have gotten, Ari. Oh my god.
Yeah,
it
you
wasn't
know.
just a wild tangent.
I've seen everything.
House of the Dragon, Jarkey Bacon, catch up.
Okay.
It's the opposite of that.
Okay, maybe I
Punches
shouldn't
the
just go
villain.
through all this stuff.
No, go
Okay,
through
but episode 3, you want me to go through every single note? I'm not sure if this is good
Am I-
content.
it. Who cares? I'll cut it out if it's terrible.
Elise knows Paul, lol, or maybe not. I don't know who Elise is. Was she
Elise.
the
Oh no, Elise is
I-
in
the
the
gangbang girl.
prostitute lady.
Oh no.
yeah, the prostitute. Fun to see different environments of the city. And then I've got a big no, because it was like the cringe scene when she's looking at them. I even got the screenshot, and I even made it an amazing emote. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this. Do you guys notice the emote?
Yeah.
I have not.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I've seen this one before. I was wondering what the fuck it was. Wait, EliteAri played
This
this off
picture.
like he made it.
No idea. I had no idea what was happening.
I made it.
Yeah,
as soon
but
as
you
I
would do
saw
that
it.
even if you did make it. You
Okay,
fucking idiot.
for context viewers, I mean, I'm sure Ari's going to slap this on screen because
Oh
he
my
loves
God.
editing so much. But it's a lady with the worst armor ever, and Sarah was being like, Sag.
Bacon, did you see the comment from like 2-3 weeks ago where they called you a loser for talking about the armor?
I think so. I think I may have
They
responded
said-
to it. I don't know.
Something about battle aura or some nonsense, and that's why her stomach is out.
Yes, that is why. Yes.
Yes, I know everything about Mushoku Tensei, its lore and its mechanics.
Yeah. And so, okay, just to kind of, then there was a cold line where it was like, that was way out of line from Suzanne.
Mhm.
Oh
That was
yeah, I
cold.
went on a
Like that.
10-minute rant about how I hated that. So
Oh
that's
really?
what people matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
But
And I
really?
told him how he was wrong and is actually the best part of the episode. And yeah.
And then Soul the homie. I kind of liked Soul by the end of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like, okay, this was it. This is something I had. I feel like if we had more time to convince us that Soul disliked Rudius, I'd be more surprised. The episode didn't feel fast, but I felt like we lost a lot of stuff in between. Another complaint from me that we could maybe use more time. Like, I don't feel like I got enough time to actually care about these two relationships. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. I think I maybe cared about enough, but maybe I could have cared a bit more. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then episode 4. This is good. This is fast. Quag freezing. Okay, yeah, sorry. Basically, Rudius using his Quagmire or whatever thingamajiggy, and then it freezing throughout the fight, and so the dragon slipping on it at the end of the fight was very cool use of environment and subtle fighting storytelling. I like that. The slag. Oh, okay. I forgot her name, but it's the lady with the curly whirly fry hairs, and I was calling her slag.
Oh my god.
great.
Elite'Ari, yeah.
I know. Yes, Elida lies. I said she is sus, and then it's kind of suggested that she's not sus and that she just doesn't like pool. But I thought she was like trying to be like, no, don't go here, don't go here. Like everything's fine. I'm telling you information.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
We talked
that's what
about that.
I was sus of her. I still think I am sus of her. But then the man god turns up and it's the greatest show of all time. I don't know if I said this so far, but the man god is my favorite character. He's so good.
True.
I love him. His acting. He's dancing.
He is
he's
like a
working.
wacky Jarkey Bacon character.
He is.
Jarkey Bacon would like the man god.
He's great. He's got a great voice acted. And then
True.
one thing I noticed this episode is that there's tons of emote faces. I feel like we can make loads of emotes out of this. I could
Oh my god,
imagine
he's literally the
something-
dude from Full Metal Alchemist Bacon. He's like white and stuff, and he knows things.
Yeah, but Truth is way cooler because
That was his name.
Yeah. And then there's a 4-armed demon dude and
Yeah,
big
true.
eyes at the end of the episode. I don't. Okay.
We still didn't
And
see him
then
yet.
yeah, and that's all it was. I think that was the intro, right? And then it was played at the end of the episode.
Yes.
And there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry,
Teasing our
I
next
feel like
four
that's the most
episode
boring thing for people to listen to. I could have just said other stuff.
Dory
but,
Bacon, we got
oh well.
timestamps in this video. People can skip it.
I'm sorry, everybody.
I'll go on a fucking tangent about whatever. I don't care if it's boring or
Yeah, who
not.
cares?
Jarkey Bacon, have some more confidence.
That was great. I'm glad to hear what you thought. So generally, it sounded like you love those episodes, right, Bacon?
Yes, they were the greatest episodes of all time.
Excellent.
Actually,
all right.
unironically, I the erectile dysfunction scene. I thought that was like, see, this is one of the things where I'm like, sometimes Mushoku Tensei sex and sexualization good, right? Other times bad, all right, and that was good. So that's what I wanted to say.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it.
Remarkable.
All right. Well, now we're going to be talking about episodes 5 and 6. So the first one, I guess the big thing, it's called the Renoa University of Magic. And the biggest thing that's happened between last 2 weeks and this 2 weeks is that we spent time at this university. And it kind of feels like we'll probably spend a bit of time here. But
2 more episodes max. We only do 4-episode arcs in this show.
yeah. So
That
I guess
is true. I
before,
wish.
yeah, maybe.
I would like it
interesting.
to be longer. I would like it to be longer because I like Harry Potter.
Yeah, I wanted to know, what do you
Very
guys
much.
think?
It's so good. It's pretty
I-
good. It's better than that other ice shit.
Okay. What do you think, Bacon?
I mean, I just enjoy watching Mushoku Tensei, and I watched all 3 episodes at once, and it was fun. I don't know if like I'm feeling like a drag. I don't like watching one episode at a time. I just honestly wish I never did this talk series with you guys. Honestly, just binge it all at the end. Just
Perfect.
awful. Yeah.
Well, you could always read
Tell
the light
Bacon
novel.
we don't need him.
Yeah,
Tell him
well,
to
that.
kick rocks, EliteAri.
Yeah, true. We got 600 views last time, Bacon, right? My God.
Yeah. Well, that's because I wasn't here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because bye bye.
Okay. Well, let's
So
do a
they met
recap,
again,
I
and
guess.
then we got a cuck DBZ bullshit fucking thing where nothing happened. All right, EliteAri's doing his fucking
Yes.
recap.
Don't worry, I got plenty
we
of.
talk
I got way too much recap in episode 5, right? So number 1, EliteAri and Rudius arrive at the Renoa University of Magic, and we basically just get a bunch of establishing shots, which was interesting. I guess I should say I haven't said anything about it, but I think this is my favorite part of the season so far, purely because I have always wondered, like I guess I've never really put much thought into what the actual university looks like, but I've always wondered. It was really cool to just see like someone's interpretation of what it actually looks like the background art and everything. It's so cool, such a grand scale, so really cool sets and stuff. I don't know, I thought it was really cool. Anyway, we find out
Yeah,
that
it looks pretty cool. It's pretty cool, bro.
thank you, Kyle. I'm glad. We find out that EliteAri has a curse, which, unless she sleeps with men on the regular, she will die, which was interesting. But then
that was in okay. My subs were in quotation marks, so I did not take that seriously at all.
yeah,
I
it
thought
is.
it was something she said to him.
Yeah, no, it is something to take seriously, and I agree that it also is not very clear in the anime. In the light novel, they do spend a bit more time on it. But
Wait, that
she actually
fucking
does have a
sucks.
curse. Wait, what sucks?
Wait, did she get the curse from being? She better have gotten the curse from being very horny beforehand, all right? Because otherwise, we're ruining the interesting part of her character by making it a curse. She seems to enjoy it anyway, so that's good.
Right, sure. Yep. All right.
We're in now Japanese sexual repression, and we're not allowed to like fucking a lot unless it's a curse. That's why all of our protagonists have to be asexual and like Luffy and Goku and stuff. We hate
And Eren
Japan.
Yeager, yeah.
True. Fucking idiot.
And
Wasn't doing
Thorfinn.
anything.
Okay,
Gangbang
guys.
girl better be gangbang
back to
because
this
she likes
recap.
it, not because she's cursed.
She's got a curse, but more importantly, we get an opening, Kyle. I just know how much you hated. You were dreading it. Every time we had our discussions, you were like, "We are gonna have an opening." I mean, I'm glad there's no opening, and we finally got one. But no, it's like legitimately like
Wasn't
there's
there still
music.
establishing
There's
shots?
not at all. It is a complete opening with credits. It's the same every time.
Did this happen in the next episode too?
It happened in every episode, yeah, until at the University of Magic so far.
I don't remember this at all.
Jeez, all right,
so...
Bacon, did you notice this?
It's all fake.
Okay, so episode 5, my first note is please don't be recurring OP, and then episode 6, no, that was it.
Yep.
Basically,
I think there were like a bunch of still shots in like episode 6 that looked worse than what we usually did in the opening, and my mental note was like, "Oh, are we running out of time here, or budget, or whatever the kids these days say?" And that OP nonsense would be a evidence for that. So, EliteAri, your favorite anime that you'd go on about being so pretty and stuff is taking a dip. This is One Punch Man season 2 we're watching right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, true, of course.
I will say the anime, the OP was cool. I thought it was well animated. I thought it was nice.
I gotta watch this fucking OP.
That also suggests to me that we're spending more time here for the rest of these episodes of this season, because as they're traveling around, they're then playing the OP of them traveling and doing stuff around the town and filling in these gaps, which was nice. But here, you know, we're sticking to an OP, and we've got loads of characters that have been like teased and stuff, and so that suggests to me we're going to be spending longer.
Oh yeah, there's like a cage and stuff, like with Gabby and stuff.
Yeah, crazy.
But
all right.
Yeah. So
I would say I echoed similar sentiments to you, Bacon, where I saw the OP and I was like, on one hand, I liked it, where I was like, okay, I at least want to see this once. It's like cool to see what like an artistic rendition of Mushoku Tensei would be like. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, it was so cool how there's no OP. You know, you get to see all these locations, you don't waste time. I don't know, I'm fine with it. I like the music. The visuals, I'm not too. It's okay, it's fine. But yeah,
I was saying the animation on this. I was like, the animation on this OP is too good for it not to be done again and again.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Too much hand movement. My hands are hard. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Ari, do your recap.
Okay. Next up, EliteAri and Rudy meet with Genius, who seems to be like the head of this university, or at least the representative of who you talk to there.
Oh my god, his name is Genius.
I know, isn't
bro?
that crazy, Kyle? Yeah. So then Rudy undergoes an entrance test where he meets Silent Fitz, another silent spellcaster at the university, and he ends up using Disturb Magic and Stone Cannon to quickly beat him. And Fitz has never heard of Disturb Magic.
Hold on.
Yes, go ahead, Kyle.
Silent Fitz is because he silently casts, and this whole time I've been thinking it's because he never speaks, because if he speaks, he'll give away that it's a she.
I think it mainly is because he doesn't speak. No, I think it's probably...
No, that's what we call a double entendre.
Yeah, sure, okay, we'll say it's both.
It means two things.
All right. So yeah.
If you don't want me to praise Mushoku Tensei for being laid and clever, well, you go ahead.
No, you know what I'm fearing? I'm fearing that I say, you know what, Kyle, it is both, and then someone in the comments will be like, actually, it's you know, it's from what the nobles would say back in the I don't know, I'm not gonna argue with my commenters, all right? But yeah,
actually,
crazy.
Commenters, please argue. Please tell us when we're wrong. I do
I'll do that.
enjoy reading this. yeah. I like see people getting mad at Kyle because Kyle
That is
very
great.
dumb.
Yeah. But yeah, crazy. What an event. They fought each other. Then Rudy moves into the university dorms. He is now a special student who is exempt from tuition and lessons as long as he attends a homeroom once a month. He can basically do whatever he wants, and he's more like a researcher than a student. And then what's interesting is that EliteAri also enrolls, which is kind of
How old
surprising.
is
I
she?
guess.
Just an excuse to put her in a school outfit and sell some fucking toys. Let's not. Yeah.
Do you think there's
belabor the
Mushoku
point
Tensei
here.
toys? I've never.
Okay,
Yeah.
Carl. I don't think there's waifus that we are missing for. I don't think Allies is prime waifu for Mushoku Tensei. TBH. If they're trying to sell merch, at least.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, we
it's
got
not
like
going
too
two,
old.
three. Yeah.
You got three girls with
old.
different hair color. You got grass, water, and fire. Like, come on. That's what
This
you
one's an
focus on.
elf, and she fucks a lot.
Yes.
I know. I
Yeah.
like her better than.
And she has the
dumb
best
fucking
of
Roxy
all the girls.
before.
She has the best relationship with Rudy. I love their relationship. Like when Rudy she's like, or Rudy gives her advice on like, put the skirt up a bit. The boys will like it more. I'm like, this is great.
That was good.
Look at these guys. What a pair.
How does
they
she not
make.
know that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Undermining a woman's competence in the one things that she should be good at. Seriously. Also, I didn't mention this, but like I'm sure you guys did in season 4. Like she. I mean, I guess Rudy isn't the only pedophile around, right? That's what we're saying. So.
Are you counting
Why?
him idolized? Is that
That's
what?
the point?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Oh
I
yeah, she
guess
tried
he
to
is-
fuck Rudy.
I
But
guess
that's a
he is
guy. It's
16
different. That
now.
doesn't count.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she's out of school. She's literally out of school
Yeah.
as an adult woman.
Yeah, but not all the
Very
students are
problematic.
young.
But how old is she? How old is she?
Well, I guess we don't know.
33.
But she's old enough to have been in a
Oh,
party
she could
with
be
Paul.
5,000, bro.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so Paul. Let's assume that Paul's 30 or 40, right?
Sure.
That makes sense. Paul's 40. She's probably around 40. People always talk about professors going out with students. I guess the power dynamic is a bit more obvious there. But yeah. Anyway, she's come to a university to get as many horny
To stay
teenagers
alive
as
because of
later.
her curse, Bacon. Come on, give her some slack, right?
Yes. Okay.
As
Okay, so now that's a
is
legit
pedophilia
thing?
permissible
Okay.
if your life is on the line, Bacon?
Yeah, come on. But
And
also,
is
this
that
is a
fine?
university.
Hang
I
on.
think I would
I need
imagine
to
most
think-
people are probably.
And is this
older
going?
than-
This is going in the bad sex Mushoku Tensei category.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
No,
Yeah,
I
that
agree.
is
I think
definitely-
she is. It is a. I think they even point. Do they even point it out? Honestly, I don't even know. But yeah, it is clearly a
The thing
bad
is-
thing that she's doing this. Yes.
Oh,
But
she's
what's
doing a
that?
bad thing.
Well, I mean, she is trying to have sex
I
with the
was
young
just saying-
people.
Okay. I was just saying. Okay.
He is?
Okay.
Besides
That's
Rudy
bad.
is? He's 50 or something internally.
Yeah, true.
Hang on.
I guess I did see her
Um,
hitting on some young-looking bloke in the next episode, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. And that was actually that was funny. I thought it was great. But we'll
Mhm.
get to that.
Yes.
But yeah,
it's
hang on.
amazing.
So
recap.
so she's legitimately so this is like Mushoku Tensei just never gonna get me to believe that this is like from a genuine place. The guy's like, I want a horny elf that has sex all the time, right? And then I'm gonna later in have it so that she has a curse. And that's what it feels to me, like it's slapped on. In the same way that the armor is like,
Oh my
no,
god.
like in the exact same way where it's just like, oh, I've got this complicated reason for why she has less armor on. Though we know the exact reason she has less armor on. I'm just like, you can't. fool me in
Bacon,
this
I don't
unsavory-
even know what to say, Bacon. I think you need to have more faith in the show, all right? That's all I can say. I
Well, it's
assure you
not giving
that
me much-
one day you will
Faith
look back
needs
at
to be
these
earned.
comments and you will be like, I can't believe I said this. If you make it to, if the show keeps going, I guess.
Dude, I wish. It's just like
No, I
it's
promise
a
you, Bacon.
50-50 split here. I'm just like, some things you do good, and other things, oh my days. Like anyway, it just feels so transparent to me.
I
So
just figured
maybe
it
I'm
out because of
wrong.
EliteAri's comments. That
Hey,
she's
no
gonna have some
spoilers.
tragic backstory to do with the sexual assault or something, and the point will be that to be a gangbang girl, you have to be a troubled youth or something because sex is bad because
Really?
of Japan, like we established earlier.
Yes.
Yep,
That's
EliteAri,
crazy.
you just gave it all away. You should
I'm
be
so
ashamed
bad
of
at hiding
yourself.
things like this. My god.
Yes.
You know why? It's because you've seen my videos. You know exactly. You know all the bad
Yep.
stuff that I'm.
Yeah, it was
Um,
spoiled in that
mhm.
one video.
Yeah. Okay.
When's that old
Continuing-
lady
Where I
showing up?
spoiled myself on my favorite character. Unbelievable. That was so sad.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, interesting. Okay,
Can
Rudy.
I complain about the Fitz thing yet?
We get. Oh, actually, yeah, you can. This probably is a good point to talk about that. Yeah, what's your problem with Fitz?
I don't know. They didn't have a reunion thing. We're doing the fucking shitty thing where we draw it out and it's not going to be as cool. We're doing the DBZ thing, whereas we should be doing the Luffy sees Ace thing. One Piece spoiler, where we have a giant reaction face and they're freaking the fuck out because they just saw each other again. But no,
No.
we're going to do the little meandering
I'm-
thing, and then when the
I'm
reveal actually
personally-
happens, it's going to be after the fact. Or Rudy's going to be like, I already figured it out, and we're going to get cucked out of a cool little reaction shot. And that's why we have to watch YouTube reaction videos to get our reaction fix. So actually, it's the creator's fault that we're, what do you
No.
call that? We're market substituting.
YouTube reactions are cringe, first and foremost. Second of all, I like Rudius's gay arc. It's been very fun to watch. I rest my case.
Except he's not a gay arc. He's a fucking idiot. It's just like his old girlfriend with the same hair doesn't notice.
Whoa,
It's
different hair.
grey now.
Much older. Hasn't seen her in like 8 years. There's a lot of elves in this
Yeah,
world.
right. This works in a fucking book, not in this fucking anime where you're
I think
like,
it
"Oh my God,
absolutely
it's the
works in the
girl."
anime. I don't think there is any reason that he should think that that is Sylphie, except for the wand that he's seen. Nothing else points to it, I guess, is what I would say.
I was thinking, is that the same one? I was like, there's no
Yeah,
way.
it is. No, it's definitely the same one.
God,
Yeah.
we hate anime.
Should he have recognized the wand?
I think he made it from memory. People are gonna
Remember
kill me
when
if I'm
there
wrong
was like
about
that one shot in that one thing and I noticed it immediately just because of her dumb hair? And
True.
Rudy can't do that because he's a fucking mongoloid moron.
Yeah,
He's
and
not as
you
smart as he
also
looks.
have the advantage of knowing that every character that is shown on screen is relevant, you know. But Rudy doesn't. But you know what? I like it. This is good. Like I like seeing this. It's pretty cool to see this relationship
Oh, and then we get
grow when they both
get
are
real
older, you know.
reunions.
Oh no.
with the real reaction shots, like our good friend that we eat lunch with every day. We're not up to that yet, but that's
Absolutely.
A reaction,
Okay,
right?
next point here. So Rudy attends his first homeroom and meets his fellow special students, including Zainoba Sharon, who is like referring to Rudy as master.
That's
and all
our
that.
dude.
Absolutely.
He was trying to fuck a statue in the next episode. That was
I
pretty
know, it was crazy. Yeah.
Does his little brother there too, or not? He went to a different
Nope,
school.
he is not there.
Hmm.
So that's number one, Zainoba Sharon. We also meet Linnea de Doldia, who is a 5th-year cat girl from the Doldia village, who is also the daughter of Geese, or Geese, or whatever, Geese. The guy we saw
Wait,
at
The
not
monkey dude-
Geese, not Geese. Oh god, Goose,
Okay.
Goose. That's the one I'm looking for.
Great names.
Did he mention
Yeah.
her in the last episode where she's like, "Oh, she ran away" or something? I was supposed to remember that, right?
In last season, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they said that
Yeah.
their
think they
sisters were like, had like a daughter studying abroad or something, is what they said. I think they've mentioned it this episode.
Callback.
But yeah,
Because last time, if you'll recall, EliteAri, I thought it was going to be the main girl.
You did
the ones that
indeed.
Eris-
yeah.
but it
But
was
no,
not.
this is so
but
we
there's
Linnea,
his
the
other
cat
friend.
girl. Wait, what?
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Well, we're
Kyle.
going into Cliff, but you decided we're talking about the cat girl still.
No, it's about the cat girl because she is indeed the cat girl sister that we saw last time. But there is also so that's Linnea, the Doldia, and we also met Persona, who she says is basically in the same situation as Linnea, so 5th year and all that, but she's a dog girl instead of a cat girl. And she's also the sister of
I didn't notice.
Yep, of the dog
Crazy.
girl.
I thought she was a rabbit.
You can believe whatever you want, Bacon. All right, I guess they haven't explicitly said that she's a dog, so there you go. But yeah, we also
Spoiler.
meet Cliff Grimoire, 2nd year magical genius, and he's heard about Rudy before from Eris. But
So,
yeah,
so this
That was
guy,
cool. That's a reaction shot when he heard her name and freaked out a little bit. That was awesome.
yeah. So this guy was the generic isekai protagonist, right?
yeah, like he
He's
thinks
an
he's the
edge-
best.
bonus
He's got all the
episode.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like these antics. I like the Rudius trying to deal with high school again. Because he's going back to high school because he plateaued himself when he was in high school and now he's going to actually overcome it and be better. Oh my word, it's so great.
Yeah,
He's not going to
everything's
get
still emo
burnt
and
everything because but he's going to get made fun of because of his instead of having a tiny penis, now he has a dysfunctioning penis. So
Mm.
Oh my god, Bacon, you're a genius. That's exactly where we're going, huh?
yeah,
Ah,
there we go.
You're so smart and
Boom.
brave and
Thank you.
Jarkey, whatever that means.
Bacon.
Oh, also, there's way too many characters around here. We ain't leaving in 2 episodes, Bacon. I just figured
Hmm.
that out. So, I got a big brain.
Yes. Don't worry, I think my OP reason is better, but I'll take yours on to strengthen my hypothesis.
All
Your
right, and we got
hypotenuse?
of our special characters, we have one more who we haven't actually met, but is referred to as Miss Silent, who is a woman that is exempt from even the monthly
Another silence,
homerooms.
huh?
She is the lady
She
in
doesn't speak, or
the
she's
OP,
silently
right?
cast?
She's the one in the
Oh
OP,
my God.
surely. She's like no,
Who?
is she in the cage or she's just staring at a wall? She's got like dark hair, staring at a wall or something in the
I thought
OP.
Sylphie was the one in the
Interesting.
cage and on the bed who we're holding hands with, right? That has to be it.
I thought that was his memory of Eris. That's what I
I
was.
think I'm not. I'm not gonna. You guys speculate
Yeah,
all
it
you want.
probably is because it like disappears and then there's red hearts and stuff.
Yeah,
But
but
there's
then it
also a bird in a
recongeals at the
cage
end of
thing.
the. But then it also recongeals at the end, or does it? I can't remember. He wakes up at the end of the. So he starts the OP by waking up sad because he was expecting someone to be next to him, but there wasn't. And then he wakes up at the end of the OP happy. So PP problems are done by the end of this OP, this arc.
Yeah.
Surely. There we
But
go.
which
Right.
one's he fucking? Because it's not going to be Sylphie, right? That's not happening. Better not be the slave girl. That'd be a little weird.
For Mushoku Tensei, that seems right in line, to be honest.
Yeah.
I will not be surprised.
Wait, which other girls he got? Alana Lies? God, what a name, huh? Bacon, say
Mhm.
that it's a good name.
A line of lies.
It's meant to be
maybe.
Alina Lees, by the way. All right, people are gonna kill me if I
Alina
make
Lees.
you
No,
guys
it's
say
not.
Alina Lees.
A line of lies.
Yeah, well,
okay.
we say race and us are here, so get fucked.
True.
Who is he fucking Bacon? Oh, the silent girl, huh? We haven't met her yet. Figured it out. I'm fucking.
Jesus.
I got a massive brain.
All right.
Yeah. And also, how is he meeting this many? Like, I guess this guy is just like love interest central. This is what he does. He finds new
He's a
love interest
special
wherever he
student.
goes. He meets Roxy, then he's like, can't
He's
do
got
Roxy.
clout.
Then he meets Sylvie, and then he's like, can't do Sylvie. I'm gotta stay with her for the rest of my life. Then meets Eris, and he's like, no, I can't do Eris. Then meets Sarah, and he can't do Sarah. Now he's at this new place. You know, this guy is not loyal. That's my issue. He needs
That's
a
because
loyalty
life
check.
is defined in errors by the love interest, Jarkey Bacon.
I see.
And so
I
that's
see.
how the story is being told to us, recollected, because it's all from Rudius's perspective, as we've
Yeah.
established.
Ari, this is your problem. You're inviting me onto this whole podcast. I've inserted myself here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the more something I talk about, I just sound so negative. But I do actually enjoy watching this show. It's just like when I actually think about it, I'm just like, man, that was sus, wasn't it?
Yes.
And we've got more sus.
We haven't even got to
later.
the controversy yet. Oh my god.
But I will say, okay, we kind of passed over this, but the 1v1 fight between Fitz, I'm a big Fitz fan.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. We always like the hidden boss archetype.
Yep.
God,
it was Kyle was so.
I have no idea what that means.
You know, like I don't like. No one knows that the protagonist is
Thorfinn.
strong.
Oh, okay. I see. When Thorfinn beats the fuck out of Hive, that's what we're talking about.
It's not exactly what I'm thinking of. But yeah, because it's not quite the trope that I actually really like. But yeah,
I thought it was really cool how he goes up against Sylphie, easily beats her, but also beats her using disturbed magic that like no one's ever heard of, and he only knows of it because he ran into the dragon god, and it's like, oh my god, this must be like a special thing he learned. Oh my god.
See, this is the stuff I just don't pick up. I was like,
yeah, I didn't remember it either, Bacon. Don't worry.
And I was just like,
It's the small
I
details.
don't know. But then the thing is, okay, Rudius, for all of his issues, right? I do like that he's a good guy. You know, he's like, he's like learning to like be social and think of a social situation. So he's like thinking in his head, oh, I probably should have made, this guy look so bad. So, I'll, then proclaim, oh, that was a really tough fight or whatever. I don't know. Out loud. Like that's fun. We see our protagonist actually growing. But then episode 6 happens.
We're not there yet, Bacon, alright? Okay, so after the homeroom, Rudy spends some time exploring the university. You see like the infirmary, they're like practicing duels, there's like a giant library and all that. Then when he's at the library, he runs into Sylphie, and they have like this little talk on this like little walkway thing about the teleportation incident, and he kind of tells her about how he went to the demon continent, and they spent like 3 years there. And then Sylphie suggests that Rudy read a book about exploring the teleporter labyrinth, and then they part ways. That was really cute. Then Rudy and Zainoba, they have lunch together, and Luke Greyrat runs into them, and he tells Rudy that he's forgetful and like kind of tells him off. And I think the implication there is that he is well, actually, what do you guys think the implication there is? Do you even remember what I'm talking about here with Luke and Rudy?
Yeah. Did they meet before something and I've forgotten?
Okay, interesting.
It's just
okay, no,
that's my impression. I was like,
okay, I won't say it then, but yeah, interesting. No, they haven't met.
It's probably got something to do with Paul or something.
No. Okay.
It's to do with that his dad is dead because his dad is Paul's brother. Hang on, no, his dad was the one mustache man, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So he's
indeed.
not dead. Okay, so I got that wrong.
All
Sorry,
right,
comments.
excellent. Okay. So yeah, he says he's forgetful, and then yeah, Rudy finds out that he's related. He's like a cousin. Interesting.
I
Then
guess it's because it just shows that Rudius doesn't care about his family or something like that. I don't know. Or he's
Interesting.
not like the thing is, this guy he seemed decent in episode chapter, I don't know, whatever it was,
0.
0 or whatever, right? Like he seemed like a decent chap. But here he's just like he's got a gun in each arm and now he's just like a Chad, but like a jock.
Mm-hmm.
What's like a
Yeah, it
mean
was pretty
Chad?
cool.
I like use the incel version of Chad, but like what's an actual mean Chad called? Frank.
A
That jock
dickhead.
fits, I think.
Frank, yeah.
All right.
What?
Well, Rudy.
Grant.
Oh no, yeah, we got the best scene in this episode 5 here. Rudy catches a pair of underwear that falls from the sky, and then he gets ambushed by an army of girls who are led by a gorilla woman called Goliard. And it turns out that Rudy was unintentionally walking down the path outside the girls' dorms, where only girls are allowed to use it. It's crazy, and this was the best scene because
Fucked up.
I didn't remember this at all. It definitely isn't the light novel, but I didn't remember how over the top it was and how they're circling him and it's basically like an army approaching him with weapons and stuff. I thought that was awesome. And I absolutely did
And then-
remember this gorilla woman. When I saw her in the trailer, it was like the greatest moment of my life because I was like, I've never seen what this person looks like, but I've seen them. I remember how they were described, and this is right from my memory, and I couldn't believe it. So that was like a magical moment when I
You
first saw this
recognized
trailer like
it
a year ago.
immediately,
Yeah,
EliteAri.
I was
My
like, that
God.
is the gorilla woman that bullies Rudy at this one moment. But anyway, and then yeah, and Sylphie shows up and defends Rudy here and threatens all the girls, and yep, it's the best.
And they're all
scene.
scared, which means they're all weak and they suck and they're not even as good as Rudius because sexism.
Yeah, but they're all afraid of a fellow woman who they don't know is a woman, who is Sylphie. Yeah.
I know as a man,
It's-
EliteAri. Wait, no,
it was-
woman. The other way around.
And so, this is, I mean, I can't believe Carl's not saying this is like the most generic anime scene I've ever seen. It's
Yeah,
like the
I
most
was thinking
generic.
That's why it's the best thing in
I've ever
this.
seen in my
Yeah,
life.
so great.
It's like Mushoku Tensei is so unique. And then these two episodes we have this scene.
Said no one
we have
ever.
slavery. Yeah, so the generic steals everything from Harry Potter clearly, but just makes it anime. So it's bad.
God, remember Harry Potter? What a time.
No, this scene, I didn't laugh. I didn't find it particularly interesting.
Don't worry, Bacon. I laughed for all of us combined. All right, I watched it and I rewatched it and I just kept laughing and laughing and laughing.
I
Right?
kind
I
of,
probably
I was
laughed.
just like, this is another Mushoku Tensei.
Wait, what did you?
But-
Oh, you mean the context of the scene of him picking up underwear? I thought it was
It's just like,
Jesus, Bacon.
no. It's just more like it's like, oh, protagonist picks up, undergarments of lady. Now ladies get really
Misunderstanding.
Oh,
Misunderstanding.
true. It's a misunderstanding. We know how much
Nice.
Bacon hates on misunderstandings for anyone listening. Okay. Jesus.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, anyway, it was just a bit eye rolly. But I do so much for Mushoku Tensei, as the fans know.
Yes.
And I do like the show. I promise. I promise.
Yeah. Okay. Two more notes. Sylphie heals Rudy at night and promises not to tell anyone about what happened with the underwear stuff. It was a really cool scene at night, and there's like music and stuff, and it's like probably the best directed.
Pause,
scene in the
EliteAri.
show.
Pause.
Yes.
Pause. So all these little selfie moments are cute, right?
Yes.
But somehow we've gotten to see this. What was that bitch's name? Sarah. I remember it's Scars. That one we were okay with, right? There was no grooming, no pedo shit. But now we're back in the Eris position where it's like, oh, they're cute. But he also tried to groom this girl when she was 5 years old, so it's fucking everything up again. That's why he needs to fuck Silent Girl number 3. Silent Girl number 3 or whatever her name was might be 7 too. So who knows? I shouldn't speak so fast.
Mm-hmm.
But all these moments were very cute. They better end up being platonic. And also
There's no
at the
way.
end of this, yeah, there's probably no way.
They got
If he fucks
blushing.
them all, if he ends up
That's
fucking Roxy
anime
too, then
shorthand
I'll
for
actually give
romance.
the show some credit. Because I was like, oh, he's just gonna fuck one of them. But no, if he fucks them all, well, then at least that's something. But also, 2 of them were kids enough, and the other one
means-
looks like a kid but is 50. Oh, at the end, I also thought he'd figured it out, but then the next episode started. Even though I watched the next episode like 10 days later, because I only watched it like a day before yesterday. That's probably like 12 days later.
Mhm.
No, it's like 10 days later. You idiot. I'd forgotten that I had thought that, so I wasn't even caught off guard when they didn't recognize or it wasn't up. What do you call it? The goof isn't up.
The
When something
jig.
gets found out, what do you say? The jig. God, you're so smart, EliteAri.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think you're gonna recap that part, so I skipped ahead.
No, that was it. And then the last thing is that we get an ED. But Bacon, do you have anything about the Sylphie stuff?
I enjoy Fritz and is this problematic if I call them Fritz? They want to be called Fritz, right? I'm calling them Fritz.
I don't think they
Fritz
care that
Ringen.
much. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
cool,
Fitz. No R.
Fitz, not Fritz. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
Fitz. Fitz is
Not King Fritz of the Wall.
Fitz Rudius scenes are fun because it's like I don't know, like an actual like character dynamic that feels like it's more long lasting, and it convinced me to invest emotionally in it. While lots of the season so far has not led me to do so, because it's just been very quite fast paced. And so I was like, oh, I like every one of these scenes. They're helping each other out to figure out this teleportation thing.
Mhm.
There is a bit, I guess we'll see what happens when Rudius figures it out. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean that'll be interesting, I guess. But yeah, it's just fun scenes. Then we get to know each other, and then it is also funny because Rudius is wondering if he's gay, and that's very funny.
Yeah. What do you think about that
No way
aspect,
he's
Kyle?
gay, that's what he's thinking. It'd be cool if it was a dude, but it's his girlfriend from when he was 5.
Mm.
Is the end of this episode
and he was
35?
37.
Yes, Bacon. Thank you for reminding. What was I gonna say? Did they end the episode where they're going over the little water thing and one's a bridge
No,
and
that's
one's like
next
stepping
episode.
stones?
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. I
That
liked
was
a
very
lot.
good.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
But I just like the environment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I remember thinking it was very symbolic, but I can't remember which one walked in which part. So
Sophie
the
was
symbolism was
the
lost on me.
hops.
No, wait, it's the
Because
other way
she was
around.
skipping because she's in love.
No,
No.
Sophie, no, don't lie to us, Ari. Don't.
I'm like
Mandela effect me
90% certain that
believe him.
Sylphie went on the
Don't check.
bridge and then Rudy went on the rocks.
I'm going to prove
You
you
can-
wrong
you
with
can go
facts
ahead,
logic
I-
right now.
If I am wrong, you will have shaken my entire worldview here, right, Bacon?
And would you admit that Mushoku Tensei is problematic?
I'm so confident that I'll say whatever you want.
Okay. Come on, Carl. This is big. This is
Yeah,
big.
this is the moment.
Hang on. Okay, do your thing.
Well, I just got a bunch of notes. Let me go over. So, it's better than my imagination, is what I would say. This university stuff. I had a lot of complaints for the first 5 episodes or first 4, like at the volume 7 stuff,
one
but I
of the
don't really
slowest
have.
episodes of all time to be slower.
Yeah, and I don't have any complaints for this stuff. I thought it was all great. The homeroom looked great. I guess my big thing is that the production value is very high. But I think they're in line with the first 8 episodes of Mushoku Tensei, but they're definitely nowhere near the rest of the arc. But we're not even up to episode 8 yet of this season, so who knows? Maybe they'll step it up. I had a complaint about people are coping about the opening, basically. Like there's been a lot of people on subreddits and stuff talking about, oh, we have to have an opening because they're spending time here, and what are they going to show in the montages?
Spoiler,
they have to have
not
an opening.
2 episodes more.
No, these are the anime only discussions. It's not any novel things. But I would just say to those people, you don't need this opening. You could definitely have montages of this university. It's not like it's a very small location or anything. So I don't know. I'm just complaining about that.
Bro, in the next episode, they had chained rocks just in the floating.
Yeah, they did.
I need to see more of that stuff.
Yeah, interesting.
Today's an awful day, folks.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well.
Unbelievable. I was so sure.
Yeah.
I was so sure.
Well,
I remember thinking, oh no, they're gonna fall in, and they just didn't really care, and they just kept on walking. But
yes. So for everyone listening, Bacon has conclusively sent a screenshot proving that Sylphie walked on the bridge and Rudy walked on the steps. But you know what? I won't hold it against him.
I should have photoshopped this quickly during this recording and sent it to you.
You would have broken me, Bacon. My God.
Very funny.
Yep. All right. Oh Jesus. I have an aerial note, but I'm not going to say it because who knows? Maybe they'll cover it next time. Linear, the cat girl.
I know they cut something.
Oh yes, they absolutely did. They cut a massive aerial thing that recontextualizes the entire way that I saw her initially. I hated something that she did initially, but she hasn't done it in the show, so I don't know. I guess we'll see if they include it. Yeah, Linear looks
Bro, they
perfect.
called the Princess Ariel. Crazy.
I know she's a princess. Can you believe it, Kyle? Remember when we met her in episode 0 and she was a princess? Yeah, crazy.
She tried to fuck Sylphie, but then didn't. Pussied out like a coward.
Yep. Oh, something that is interesting that they've left out, and I kind of want to tell you guys because this is what made me really interested when I was reading, and for some reason they didn't include it. But there was a lot of details about Miss Silent, which when I was first reading, I was like, oh, this is really interesting. But they said that, I went back and read it, and they say she is a third-year student who influences the university a lot. They've created a bunch of magical implements. The school uniforms they're wearing were made by her. They've even added a bunch of stuff to the school menus, like the cafeteria menus and stuff. And it's rumored that they were recommended by one of the 7th great powers themselves, which was crazy.
I figured it out.
I don't think there's anything to figure out
in
here.
the next episode.
All right.
I figured it out. Rudy has a monologue in the next time about how the isekai food is not as good as Japan. First of all, stole it from Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone did it first. Second of all, therefore, because this person is making all these food items, they also were isekai bacon. I figured it out. That's why we're building her up. That's why she's very exciting.
Interesting. I'm glad to hear this.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we'll see next time, right?
The thing you said first also led me to believe that, and the food just emphasized it. But I forgot the thing you said first.
They made magical implements.
Oh, making implements like the sunglasses that Rudy just said, sunglasses, and Sylphie goes, I don't know what that means, because they're all modern day things too. God,
crazy.
I'm so smart and figured everything out.
What do you think, Bacon? You on Kyle's side right now? You seeing this genius?
He is. Don't worry about him.
I mean, of course, I'm on Kyle's side.
True.
Why wouldn't I?
Yep. All right. Well,
I do have additional further evidence that
oh wow,
other people are getting isekai'd at some point because I watched an EliteAri video.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
So crazy.
Yes. So Cliff, what is this note? Oh yeah, just Cliff mentioning Eris. I thought that was I agree. That was pretty crazy. Imagine being in Rudy's position and getting that brought up and be like, how does he know Eris? Like, what happened? Did they like hook up or something? Like, what's going on? Like, he'd be in a crazy mindset right then.
Yeah. Eris just fucking all over the place. Alana lifestyle. She got cursed. Crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
Wouldn't that be great if like one of our characters that we actually knew beforehand got that curse? Now that would be some character writing. When's she coming back, Bacon? You think it's this season? We're probably gonna get like a post-credits scene of her or something.
Yeah.
Good input.
Well, I'm just wondering actually, when do you think we're gonna get Sarah back in? Because I thought she was going to get set up for something more, but maybe Mushoku Tensei is just doing the thing where it's just like,
yeah, Sarah could be like the last arc.
Yeah, like we're leaving it to the final arc where they all join together to face the big bad, and and
we'll have a little conversation, and she'll have a husband or something, and it'll be like, oh, life went on crazy. Or she'll be dead. She's gonna die, and she's not gonna get married because everything's about Rudius. So she's gonna die and be like. Kiss me or something, but he'll have a girlfriend and he can't do it, and it'll be a very sad moment.
Very sad.
Wow. I guess I should also say that this is a split core season, so there's going to be I guess they haven't said how many there'll be, but I would assume 12 and 12. So there's probably so
I reckon
6 episodes left.
Eris, we're going to see, if we don't see her shortly for episode 12, we're going to see her episode 13.
Interesting. Okay.
My big brain prediction. But don't take my predictions seriously because I've been wrong more than right.
It could be like a way down the line thing. Because the Roxy thing we're also drawing out. And that predates even the Eris thing.
It is crazy to think how Rudy hasn't seen Roxy in like many, many years. It is crazy to think about. Like he was a very young child when they last saw each other.
And then he's like, she's the best person ever. Because I touch her underwear.
Well, because she was the person that let him leave the house for the first time and break his like entire trauma from the past. So, that's probably more.
So smart.
That's true.
Go ahead, Kyle.
And he's not a little kid, right? Because he's an old man, mentally, right? So then he's able to. So it actually makes a big impact on them.
They're both actually 50. That's why they're going to end up together. But that's not what I figured out. I figured that out a long time ago.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Now, what did I figure out? Oh my god, I forgot.
Well done, Kyle.
What were we talking about? Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
We were talking about
Jesus
before Bacon EliteAri. What were you saying?
I have absolutely no idea.
It wasn't about Sylphie. It wasn't about
Eris?
Sarah. Eris.
The split
coming back. Roxy coming back. Oh, I figured out this is how the Roxy scene goes, right? Roxy shows up and Rudius is taller than her, and then she blushes, and then it's like, oh, and that's how that happens. And then they are kissing and stuff. Because remember when
Right.
she was like, "Oh, I want a prince to ride in on my horse" or whatever. One time she's monologuing
Mhm.
because she thinks gangbanging is wrong and she has to speak against it because she's a coward, just like the Japanese people, just like the author.
Right.
It's a curse, Bacon. The Oh yeah, and we're like, oh, that's not what Rudius is like because they're gonna end up together. So it all ties in. Roxy's gonna be short and blush because she hasn't. So this is all brought on by you saying that they haven't seen each other since he was like 4.
Mm.
I think this
This
is a true theory.
Oh, wow.
I will actually
All of them
vocally
are.
endorse Kyle here.
Okay, this
That's
is
such an
great to
anime
hear.
scene, bro. This literally happened in Naruto, bro. Naruto showed up before the time skip. He was the shortest one, and then after the time skip, he was the tallest one. And Sakura looked at him and was
FMA,
like, "Oh my god,
FMA.
yeah, this dumb series that Bacon likes too. That
Mhm.
is no
I'm
Naruto."
just trying to
I'll tell you that
add
much.
to your argument here, Kyle.
Yes, Jarkey Bacon, you're just so smart.
You guys are on the same side for once. This is great. I like it. All right. Oh,
I don't like how smug Ari is being. This is bad.
I can't say
Kyle.
anything. There's nothing I can say.
No, he's always doing reverse psychology and saying that I'm not saying anything.
I never
So I
say
know I'm
anything,
right.
Kyle. All right. Well,
I mean, you already confirmed that
dragon
Gorilla Girl
also did-
isn't a big part of the series, and she's had her one scene. So-
did I say that? I said I was excited to
did.
see her in action.
You said,
Anyway.
"Oh, I just remembered this one scene with her," and I was like, "Okay, there we go." You said like,
Remember what?
"I
True.
surprised I remember this."
Remember when that
concept.
dragon dude showed up and he like said that Paul should only have 2 kids and that was the coolest thing that Mushoku Tensei
Mhm.
will ever do? God, that was so cool. And then some shit fight happened that everybody else thinks is cool.
The greatest fight in all of anime I've ever seen. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, there's no fucking dogs in that fight, was there, EliteAri? Yeah.
No, but there was incantationless magic and really cool art and animation stuff. But anyway,
Yeah,
my
and
final note
nobody
here.
was ever gonna die.
This
They were main characters. I'm like,
this
dogs.
hey, Eris could have died, and Ruja almost looked like he died, but he didn't. Yeah, my last note here isn't actually necessary because I was expecting you guys to have some issues with Sylphie and Rudy, or Rudy not recognizing Sylphie, I guess. So you didn't, so I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, but your complaints were relatively minor, so I'm glad to hear it.
And so what
it's terrible.
would our complaints be?
I would just imagine, I could imagine people complaining about how it's convenient and it's dumb and it's like a waste of time and it's like, why are we doing this, and all those type of complaints, I guess.
Oh,
Well, it's
I
not
see.
that. We just cucked ourselves out of a cool moment that we'll
Yeah.
never get back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
One Piece would never.
I mean, okay. So my only issue with it is that the reveal, it does feel like a bit like unnecessary. Like we'll see how the reveal's done.
Yeah.
It may be good, maybe bad. But so I guess it's interesting on why she doesn't tell him.
Yeah. I mean, there could be a few reasons. Like, what do you think it could be at the moment before I suggest it?
Should have been this face. This is the second they saw each other. This is exactly what it should look like.
Jesus.
Okay, man.
It's
man,
a
I can't wait
picture
for
from
live action
an
One
anime or
Piece.
something at One Piece. For anyone listening, because I probably won't edit this in.
He just saw Sabo, bro. He's going crazy. Look, it is a shitty anime image. Let me find the manga one.
It's not even an anime image; it's a fan art. Surely.
No, that's not a fan art thing at all.
Oh my god.
There's no way. It's not cell shaded though.
All right, guys, we're moving on to episode
It's one
6.
of those postcard memory thingies
Jesus.
at the end of an episode, Bacon. You
Oh, I
fucking
see.
idiot.
So a professional did this. That's what you're saying. All right. Ari, go
No,
ahead.
animes are not professional. This is the professional one. I'm sending the manga one through. Hold on, it's loading. Oh my god, look at it. It's the greatest thing of all time. You should read
Jesus.
One Piece.
No way.
I've nowhere near gotten near this point. This is like 700 chapters in. I just watched the clip on YouTube one time.
All right, episode 6
Anywho.
called "I Don't Want to Die."
Like shit, Mushoku Tensei.
So the recap.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't
wait.
want to die.
That's what it's called.
That's a quote from One Piece, right? Or I want to live.
No, I think there was. If Miller was here, he would say it's absolutely a One Piece reference, but I
No,
don't
no.
know because
It
Rudy
is,
says the
it's
line.
that
Shut up,
one-
Bacon! Shut up, Bacon! I'm giving a context. So the line in One Piece, the big line near the arc where I stopped at, is when Robin says, "I want to live," as she screams back to Luffy, and they all showed up on the fucking thing. The big dramatic music plays. They're gonna destroy the world government. Fucking Usopp
Which
shoots the
is
fucking
that one
thing out.
YouTuber that you
Fucking-
like, who's his favorite scene, right?
Yes,
is
that
this?
that best guy ever that EliteAri loves so much. He made
No,
that
not best
shit
guy
film Gabby
ever.
Game. Oh, which
no,
one?
The guy that hated
Craft
Fairy
Dwarf?
Tail. Yeah, Craftdwarf. There you go.
Yes, he likes that one too. Everybody likes that fucking this One Piece arc. Everybody jerks off. Probably sucks though. But yes, the line is that she screams, "I want to live." It's the greatest moment of all time. Everybody cries. And because Rudius specifically says in the episode, she didn't say "I want to live," but "I don't want to die" is good enough for now. It has to be. It has to be a reference. I'm deciding I am Miller. I am. Oh my god, that was even too corny for me to say. Do you know what I was about to say? I was
Yeah.
gonna say I am a killer, but that was pretty cringe.
Jesus, that's
Anywho,
awesome.
the
I am a killer. No, you
Yeah,
can't. You should have committed.
I nearly did, Bacon. I nearly did.
Oh,
What was I saying? Yeah, it was a reference. This girl, it was like a funny thing about how it wasn't as dramatic, but she doesn't want to die. It was pretty dramatic. She doesn't want to die. Crazy.
True.
oh,
But we're
this
not
is the
there
same
yet.
girl,
One
isn't it?
We have very
Yes.
little recap, so
Wait,
we'll
are
get,
you
we'll get
watching
there
it?
in
You
no
read
time at
this
all.
20 years ago and he had no idea. He's just a
I
big meathead
apologize
didn't.
moron,
so
has no
much
idea.
to everybody that is listening to this.
It's okay, we're getting through it. We're
Why
getting
would
through it.
anybody listen to this?
Because they love it. They love all our amazing takes here, right?
How do you get
Anecdote
600
content.
views? You got more views on your watching video than my amazing Vinland Saga hot take video. This is unbelievable.
It's the size
More
of the
views than my
fandoms, all right?
Devilman video.
I need to make this Mushoku Tensei video real quick.
Yeah, you will get a lot of views, Bacon, all right? Especially if
I'm
you
so
hate it.
slow.
You know, there's a lot of hate viewers out there, right?
Yeah, I hate watching.
So, episode 6, I Don't Want to Die. Starting off with a recap here. Rudy's routine. So he goes for a morning jog. He practices the sword swings. He does some magic drills. Excuse me. He eats
I
breakfast.
figured it out, EliteAri.
Oh,
I figured
no.
it out.
Figured what out?
We gotta have some big fucking moment where his dumb sword shit that he sucks at, that he mentions that he practices every day, saves him from something. You never mind me. I've got it all figured out.
Like a Canute moment, you're saying, against Thorgil.
Yes, yes, exactly. God, you're so smart, EliteAri.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I just love spoiling
Vinland
Vinland
Saga even
Saga.
did that. You
Yeah.
had that stupid fucking scene where he's fighting Wolf, and Wolf is trying to fuck his sister. That was sick.
So Rudius
that
is
Wolf
doing
Bacon?
sword fighting, isn't that correct, Ari? I don't want to talk about Vinland Saga. It's such a bad series.
True,
Can we
yeah.
talk about a good series like Mushoku Tensei, please? Thank you.
Yes.
You said it, not me. But is it Wolf Bacon? It is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I remember the name. Don't you worry. Loses an eye. Spoiler alert. Oh no, that is in the Thorgel thing. I was thinking that was Baltic Sea War. Continuing.
All right. Yeah, he does some drills. He has breakfast and lunch with Zainoba. He takes some classes in healing, divine magic, and
They're
barrier
so cute.
magic.
They're just standing there and eating and stuff.
I know,
Remember
they're
that
great.
one
What a
friend you'd
friendship.
sit with and like when you go to a special class or something where you're going on an excursion, right, EliteAri?
Okay.
And you just none of your actual good friends are there, but there is this one girl
Yeah,
that
true.
you kind of know.
I know exactly
and
what
he's
you
really
mean.
into you for whatever reason, and you're eating lunch with him. That's
And it's
exactly
great.
the vibes we got
You
going
got
on
company.
here, and it's cute as hell. It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, it's this little fucking figurine sex pest. We like him. He killed his little brother or something, and then he wanted to name the girl after him.
So,
And his
this
wife.
guy basically, so we got the one weeb at school that is cool, and the other weeb at school that's a little too far gone, but you put up with them anyway.
Yep.
True.
Perfect. Yeah, so they're friends, they're hanging out, doing stuff. Then Rudy and Sylphie, they study together in the library, and then they go on a walk on that bridge
Hold up.
that we had a big thing about.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we skip before the OP, which is EliteAri, whatever her name is.
Mhm.
She's like having it was a great visual gag. I don't know if anybody picked up on this, but it was she was doing some stuff with a boy, and then a fountain covered them up by like spurting everywhere. And I was like, wow, that was a very subtle joke.
No, I didn't pick that up.
I do not
actually made
recall,
me
but I
laugh.
believe it.
It did actually make me laugh. So, and then went into the OP straight away, I think, or something.
It's like
So,
later in the episode where Sylphie's just looking at this massive cock, but her face is covering it up.
True.
She's scared
I
about
remember that one.
it being too big. That one was funny too.
Yes.
What?
It was the Shinji joke.
At the slave market, Bacon.
When they're at the slave market, Bacon, catch up, you fucking idiot.
He's looking at a massive hound.
There's like the giant, there's the muscular
Comments
two
on a
slaves.
massive cock.
Yeah,
It takes
yeah.
20 seconds up, Bacon.
She's
You
like,
gotta remember.
oh, I didn't know they get this big, is what she says, basically.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the humans.
That's what I thought initially as well,
No.
but yeah, I got it on
Oh,
a
man,
Talking
rewatch,
about
you know.
penises, Bacon.
All right,
Okay,
Rudy and
well,
Sylphie.
That was a whoosh moment.
It's okay, Bacon. Don't worry about it. Yeah, they have it at the bridge scene we talked about, and Rudy starts thinking that he might like Fitz, but he's like, I'm not. I don't think I'm gay. Then Rudy tries to teach Zainoba to make figures, but not Sylphie. Jesus, Zainoba is not good at magic, and he's too strong to
You think
carve
gayness
things.
is a spectrum, EliteAri?
Yes,
I
definitely.
think it is. I think Rudy is can fall for it. All right,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's a spectrum, as in your position on it is fake, and you just make it up.
Wait,
You know,
what?
if you had asked me 5 years ago, EliteAri, if I'd be into trans girls, I'd say no way. That's pretty.
Right.
But now you're just on Twitter. You're following a few porn accounts, and you're like, oh, that's pretty hot.
Right.
Now
yeah.
you are. I'm pretty sure that slides over to a few gay porn videos. I'm sure you'll be over there too, EliteAri.
Maybe. But
That's what I was thinking about when I was seeing these scenes. I was like, yeah, a pretty girl boy touches your hand one time, you're probably in
it
love, and you're
changes
probably
everything.
gay.
Yeah.
Sexuality is
Probably. Yeah.
fluid, I think, is what I'm saying. And I think I'm saying being gay is a choice or not a choice. I'm saying one of those things, and I'm in trouble.
Yeah. So you're saying it in a positive tone, so no one will question it. Don't worry. Well done, Kyle.
I'm trying to be gay, right? Leave me alone.
All right. What was I up to?
Oh, that's so good.
Oh yeah, the gay thing.
There's
Yeah,
some
yeah,
hot
yeah.
trans girls. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yep. All right, Rudy.
No, I'm not judging that. It's just, just
You've
like,
broken bacon.
I'm getting cancelled one way or the other. And then, yeah. Anyway, sorry. It's just funny. I said.
I'm pretty good at this stuff.
Kyle Entertainment, funny guy. Who would have guessed?
All right.
Mushoku Tensei brings it out of me. You figured it out, the EliteAri.
Yes, Rudy tries to teach Zainoba. Oh, you just said that one. Wait a minute. Sylphie suggests getting a slave to help Zainoba. Rudy says he'll go to the slave
So
market during the
Sylphie's
break
the
next
problem,
month.
huh?
Yeah, so I mean, she was born in this world, right? She doesn't know any different. Yeah, Sylphie suggests getting a slave.
Aaron was born into this world, then he did some fucked up shit too, huh? Sylphie
I
is
was-
Aaron.
But the difference is that people in that world were not happy about the stuff he did. In this world, slavery is completely normal. So Sylphie wants to be asked to tag along, and eventually Rudy picks up on it and asks her to join. I don't know if that was cute. It's like she wants to go on a date, but you know.
Yes, this was like another moment where it's like, oh, social
Yeah.
awareness increases. Nice. And the thing is, I can see this because it's also like something that I don't know. At some point, I just learned to be like, oh, this is what they're saying. I understand subtext in conversation that they want to come along. I didn't realize this before. It's like what was it? Because I went on holiday with a few of my cousins. We were playing. We had a big family gathering, and so my closer cousins, who are once removed, I guess. I don't know how to say that. We were playing a game of some sort with a ball. But then there was a couple of other people that were like second or third cousins or whatever, and they were just sitting around. And then I didn't notice them sitting around, and then one of the aunties and uncles came up to one of their children, which is one of my cousins, and was like, "Oh, you should invite these people." And all of us had that moment where it was like we were being bad social people because we should have recognized that this person's sitting out and waiting to be invited, or at least we should invite them. And if they don't want to, they can say no. Not that they are necessarily confident enough to insert themselves into the game. Because if they had, we had no issue. So sorry, tangent.
So you're a better person now, Bacon.
I mean, that was like 2 weeks ago, so I don't know.
Oh my god. Nice.
You ever do it? You ever do that scenario too well to the point where they end up saying no anyway, even though they obviously want to, because you overqualify it with you don't have to if you don't want to, and then they always take the easy way out. That happens to me too often.
I've never had that happen.
I think I'm the person on the opposite end. Like people say that, I'm just like no, and then they eventually say, I'm just like, why am I saying no? Okay, yeah, let's do it.
I'm that person too a lot. EliteAri isn't. He doesn't know what we're talking about right now. He's dumbfounded.
That's because he doesn't have a social.
Oh no! If someone asks me to do something, I will say no. I'm very happy to say no. Don't worry. All right. So the three of them
doesn't have anything to do with what we were saying.
Maybe I'm completely lost. I have no idea.
Yes, you are. Anyway,
All right.
moving on.
The three of them, they go to the slave market and they discuss what type of slave they should get. And they decide that they should probably get a dwarf because that's good for dexterity. And they should get a child, which would be good for magic because Sylphie has a hypothesis that learning without incantations is easier for a child, and learning to cast by 5 years old increases your magic capacity or mana capacity. Yeah.
Okay.
So that, yeah. Well,
Question.
Yes.
They can figure it out.
Uh-oh.
Do elves have greater magic in this world? What's the difference between elves and humans? Because I know Sylphie's enough, and I just presumed that she was able to do incantationless magic because she's the green-haired elf lady. That's what I presumed, not because she learnt it when she was young.
Well, I guess we don't have any evidence either way. Her hypothesis is that it was because she's young. But who knows, I guess? We don't really know much about elves at this
But
point,
it's
do
not
we?
been confirmed.
No, definitely it hasn't been confirmed.
Dwarves are dexterous with their hands.
Yeah, it depends if we go... In the anime, nothing's been confirmed. In the light novel, we get some... There's a whole chapter in volume 2 or something where Rudy is in a library and he's reading a bunch of books about the history of the world, and they talk about how I think the magical races were like in the forest, which included the elves, or where the elves came from initially, I think, they kind of either mastered magic early, or they kind of invented magic in a way. So there probably is some, you could probably piece out that maybe there is like elves are better at magic, but I don't think we haven't really got much information at this point, is what I would say. But there's a lot, there's a lot of things you could tease out if you read the light novel and get all these weird details, but nothing explicit. Okay. But yeah, here we get the
Take that bacon.
yeah, so take that bacon. Jesus, you got shut down. Rudy talks to Julie. Oh, we don't know she's Julie yet, but you know, he talks to Julie, and he sees someone who has given up on living, and he offers to kill her, because he thinks that he can't save her by forcing her to live. And she says, like what Kyle said before, that she doesn't want to die. So then Rudy buys her. But then we have, what is it? Zainoba wants to name her Julius after his younger brother, whom he killed when he was a child. And
that was genuinely the funniest moment.
Yep.
That was so funny.
He was so adamant about it too.
Yep.
It was just out of nowhere. I killed my brother because of my strength. I completely forgot this was a thing, that he was just actually really strong. I thought it was just anime wacky gags, but he is just actually hench.
Yeah, he is a blessed child. Yeah.
So EliteAri, you said something before. You were like, and his wife or something. Did he kill his wife too?
Yeah, I think first he killed his younger brother, and I think he was very young at the time, like he was like an infant as well. But then later on he got married, and he also killed his wife accidentally. Well, I guess accidentally, yeah.
How old was he when he got married?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Probably like in his teens, I would imagine. I don't know, like late teens. He's a prince.
Now?
Probably in his 30s or something, I think.
He's 30?
I think Zainoba is pretty old.
That's crazy, bro.
No
That's
way.
crazy talk.
Hang on, what? I thought he was like 15.
No, I think
He's
old.
like 17.
You know what? Let me double check. All right, keep talking. There you go. Goof along, guys.
There's
all right.
no way.
Oh, Bacon, we should Google Zainoba age.
Do not.
That'll yield good results.
Yes. There's no. Okay, that's crazy.
No. You know what? Maybe I'm completely wrong. Let me double check.
He's 22 max.
All right, he's 10 years older than Rudy. So there you go. And
He's
so
25?
Rudy, yeah, it'd be like,
He's
he's 20, late 20s, I'd say. Okay, he's younger than I thought. Fair enough. All right.
What?
Mid 20s.
Wait, what is? Okay. Oh my. I don't. What?
He's lived a life.
I guess I'm just assuming. So he's Rudius in the real world.
Without
Basically,
trauma and in a magical world, and he has powers, and he's a prince. There's a lot of
But like
differences.
he's like, okay, so a total degenerate, and so it's like.
Well, he's not really a degenerate.
damn.
Like, what is he so degenerate about him?
He fucked that
Statues?
Well, he
I
just
don't
likes
know.
statues, I guess. There's nothing like too crazy. I
Yeah,
think.
you
Okay,
can
when I
hug
was-
statues. That's fine.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just a
hang on. When I was
statue.
saying degenerate, I meant he's like he likes the
He's like weird. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Like he has a weird hobby.
So he's
It's
still
like
living with his parents.
he's a social outcast. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I'd go with that. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. My worldview has changed. Mind blown on camera.
Yep.
I was
perfect.
going to say something about the thing we were talking about right before this. So remember
Well,
what
the
that
slave
was,
stuff
EliteAri.
probably with Julie and Julius.
Slave. Oh, it was so cute when she was. Oh, first of all, Julius, just like that berserk dude. What I was thinking
True.
about. Julius, great character. Guts like killed him that one time. That was crazy.
I was just
Spoiler.
thinking about Caesar.
No,
Sad.
Caesar sucks. Remember in that Attack on Titan anime where they had Julius Caesar stuff in the background of the military thingy that they have in like episode 14 or something? But that's not in the manga, and so it didn't mean anything. I remember when I was 12 seeing that and being like, oh my god, it must be the real world, and making a bunch of theories about that. Crazy.
Well, it was
Tangent.
right. They
Hang on.
had like the Ghoul camps, right? That was where Ymir was from.
Shut up, Bacon. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, then she was like the Juliet, and then she said Julie a bunch of times, and it was cute. And
Yeah,
so
she
wants to be
refused.
Julie, not
Yeah.
Juliet.
Exactly.
Yes, she
They
showed
did- she showed
charisma
that.
and what do you call it? Persistence, resilience. What were no confidence? No, there's another one.
Perseverance. I don't know.
You showed maybe that's the
Diligence.
one. A little long, little
Strong
word.
will. I
Perseverance.
have no
Yeah,
idea.
she was eating stuff and it was cute too, and it was like, oh. I was like, because
Yeah.
initially we're doing this like I'm gonna kill her thing, which was the most overdramatic anime shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Mushoku Tensei
Really?
fucking sucks. But then when she said she wanted to live, that was cute.
Well,
So that
since
was
she doesn't want to
fine.
die, Kyle,
Yeah,
right?
whatever. Shut up,
Yeah.
One Piece them out.
Yeah.
The what was I talking about after that? You idiot.
Julius?
Oh, she was eating things. And
Yes.
but then we were back to like that was like a normal anime thing. It was like a bit of tonal whiplash, but in a good way.
Yep.
Where
And we
it's
got
like,
a whole
oh, now
name.
she's like the little starved anime girl thingy, and she got a name, so that was cute.
Yeah, well, we had her old
So
like name
good, this
before she
girl's
was
cute.
named because she's like 6 years old or whatever, and it was like some crazy like child of the bazaar of the
Yes.
mountains of it's crazy.
Yeah, like the Byzantine. It sounded like that, but that's like a real life thing.
Yeah.
It's like in
Alright.
Game of Thrones where wildlings don't name their kids until they're 2 because all the babies die because it's cold up there. But
Do you think that's a
it's set at
Mushoku
7
Tensei
and
reference?
they're
That's
dwarves.
crazy.
No, Mushoku Tensei sucks.
Right. Well, at least Mushoku Tensei's finished, so that's got that going for it. So the last note here, a recap note here. Julie, I wrote July, but her name is Julie, lives with Zainoba and serves him, and during
When
the
I was
day.
born.
Yes, true. Yeah. So yeah, she lives with Zainoba and serves him, and during the day, Rudy teaches her languages and incantationless magic. And that's the entire recap, because then the episode suddenly ends, and that's the end of it.
So can you believe this piece of shit show had a slave and stuff? That was crazy.
Yeah, so I need to know, guys. So what do you think about this slavery stuff? All right, obviously it's been a big.
I think I saw this stuff beforehand. Oh yeah, I saw the Trixie, the B tweet.
I couldn't
where I
believe
was
that.
like, is she making fun? Because
It has
there
to
was
be
like
a
this
good
whole
show.
Shield Hero was a show, right? Which has a very similar like problematic discussion around it. And I remember her being massively on the Shield Hero side. I remember when the Goblin Slayer controversy happened before that, she said, quote, "It wasn't even a good rape," and that was pretty
Jeez.
funny, and that got her a lot of hate. So has she just toned back the edginess so much that now buying
Wait, what's the
slavery
context
to be
here
a
for
bigger
people
something?
listening? Like,
Or
what did she say roughly?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure.
She said, "OMG, how did I get tricked into watching this show? They had a girl get bought to pose for a figure in the or something, which isn't even true, I don't think." But that was the tweet. Don't have to find the fucking tweet.
No,
sure, I got to
it's
do
not-
everything around here.
Not that important.
I'm
There's
gonna
a
find
Find
the
the
tweet.
tweet.
oh boy, all right. All
So
right.
that was
Let me
embarrassing. So I saw that
what-
before the episode.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be way worse, and then it was like all Sylphie's fault. So that was funny.
Yeah. Let me say that when I read this, I had like this. There are a few controversies. There is one controversy that is coming up that I was shocked when I was reading it, and I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen when this gets animated. And I even talked about it in my like pre-season video that I made, and I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen with this. It was not this slavery thing. This slavery thing did not even cross my mind as a potential controversy. So I couldn't believe that people were so like upset about it. When the stuff to come is so much worse. But yeah,
really,
so
there's, like,
this
worse
didn't
stuff.
bother me at all. I mean, in terms of defensibility, this is like a breeze of a piece of cake, I guess, to defend compared to other things. But yeah, so I know this didn't bother me too much. But yeah,
I hate Jarkey Bacon.
there's the tweet.
So why is it easy to defend? Is it just because like the narrative's not saying they?
Yeah, it's like
they-
like it's not a big deal in that the slavery is a very minor part of the story. It's not what the story's focusing on. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me when I'm reading it. Like if it was a part of this, like a big part of the story, I guess, then I would probably have an issue with it. But realistically, it's like not they don't focus on it narratively. They never point out like the ethics of it or anything. So if they don't point out the ethics, then I guess it's not really that important, I guess, to really focus on. I guess that's what I would say. Does it bother you guys? Did you? I guess Kyle said he didn't really care. What do you think, Bacon?
I was like, this is like, okay, this wasn't me like thinking this makes the anime generic. I'm just like, oh, of course it does the isekai classic of MC buys a slave, because that is very, very, very common.
Yeah, sure.
And it's
Leech
it was a
bought
meme before the season came out as like isekai buying a slave, classic. I think maybe what did cross my mind is that Ridius didn't have, at least in this, any modern day, and like all you needed, like maybe to like make it go over easier is Ridius being like, normally in the previous world this was not good, but in this world it's just the norm and I don't know what to do. Like
It would
if
have
it
been
just
good
makes
in both worlds. What the fuck are we talking about? It's
so true,
obviously
Kyle.
the moral outcome to buy this girl from fucking slavery to give her a better life.
Well, that is the question,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
Well, but she's still the slave, right?
Well,
Yeah,
she's
gonna be a slave no matter what, right? Now her living conditions are way better, and she's probably not really a slave, etc., etc.
Yeah, that is the question. Is it okay to buy a slave if buying that slave would give them a better life? That's the question.
Well, in the Great Game of Thrones, Danny already answered this question. Actually, in the show, I think she just said no. But in the book, she let a bunch of Miranese people sell themselves back into slavery so they could live better lives rather than starving on the street and go and live in manses to teach kids how to read or some shit and sleep in a nice bed. Dario has this monologue at her and says, obviously, that's good.
But
So true. That's true.
okay,
This is
okay.
true.
So what I'd say then, yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't considered that. Like, okay, she's living a really awful life. He's making her material
That's not
out
even
life
analogous now
whatever
that I think
better.
about it.
But the thing is, though, they're still using her as a slave. They're using her as a workhorse so they can get her to means to the end. They're training her in the specific way. They're using her like she is property, like she is still a tool to be used. And so while they are making her material needs better, like they're fitting that better and she's having a better life in that regard, what would be better is that, oh, they like actually raise her as a child and then give her full liberty and autonomy
True,
as she grows up.
but
That's
the tweet was about purchasing a slave being the bad thing, not
I see.
keeping a
Okay,
slave.
I have not read these tweets. I've just found them.
You found it. All right.
Oh boy.
Jarkey Bacon
I
Weasley.
was just
Did you see him weasel just now after I defeated him, EliteAri?
No,
Yeah, well
I
done,
had a
Kyle. Well
great,
done.
I had a great. No,
I was
that was a
flexing
great
as I said
argument.
that.
Oh boy.
No, I did great. I won in my optics debate. Thank you very much. I'm not letting you get this optics win. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
So here on the secondary Ari, what the fuck is this shitty channel called? Ordinary
Ordinary
Ari
Ari.
channel, we say slavery is good, right? That's what we're coming to the conclusion of.
No, that is absolutely not what we're saying. I do have to say though, as always when it comes to controversies, the discourse is absolutely terrible. And as an example, obviously the people who are against Mushoku Tensei for all the reasons that they hated in season 1, they will obviously add this to the list.
Like me.
Yeah, like you, but like a million times worse. Yeah, so now it's just like whenever you try and argue this point, they'll be like, "Oh, you're the same person who is arguing in defense of the first point."
You're a
But then
big
on the
pedo.
other hand,
You know?
you've got all the people who are fans of Mushoku Tensei who just cannot give a charitable interpretation of why someone would be upset at this. Like I went to the Discord server because I was like, I haven't seen anyone, like I never really understood this slave thing. I was like, I don't understand why people are upset about this. And I went to the Discord and I was like, can someone give me like a charitable explanation of like why someone would be upset about this? They did not give me any charitable explanation. Yeah. It was just like a bunch of straw men like things about like
Because
How did I?
did they say because they're woke? Was that like part
No.
of their-
It was mainly like I was just like people are like slavery bad and story does slavery, therefore story bad and things like that. And I'm like, I don't know, like that's clearly not why people are
How did I
upset.
not read the Crunchyroll comments to this one?
Oh,
my god,
boy.
I'm getting them up now. I'm sure they're great. Just
Yeah.
like the Eris fucking one, the greatest comment section of all time.
Jesus. Just wait for the upcoming
yes,
ones,
the
my
honored
God.
tradition of taking your boyfriend on a date to a slave market. Why? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, 2 exclamation marks, question mark,
Yep,
question mark,
classic.
exclamation mark. One thing I love about the show especially is how it feels like we're actually tagging along, seeing Rudius grow and change. Shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot. Next one. How nice of Rudius to get his own Raftalia. That's the sword hero thing. Shield hero thing.
There's lots of spoilers here, and I wasn't sure if these are like spoilers for the manga
I
or
have
the
no
They
episode
idea.
I'm
usually
about to
just
watch.
spoilers for the episode, so I always click on them,
Okay.
and I don't care, even if they are. Fuck EliteAri.
Jesus.
Oh, they're making fun of they're doing the thing, EliteAri. Childhood friend and crush, sunglasses, total stranger! Exclamation mark. They're making fun of them.
Okay.
For not
I will
recognizing-
say. I actually when I first started watching anime, Shield Hero was one of the first ones I watched, and I thought the first
Didn't that come out in like 2019?
Yeah.
God,
I thought
Jarkey
the
Bacon, you're such a
first-
new frog. You're embarrassing.
I thought the first like 4 episodes of Shield Hero were really good, but then basically like they had the child. I thought it was going to be like a a father-daughter relationship as they go around the world. I thought it was going to be cute, and then she like grows up as she gets XP, and then I was like, oh, well, this is like okay, and now she's the main love interest. And by like episode 5, and I'm just like, okay, well, we got the most interesting arc over, and then I watched the rest of the 4 episodes, and I don't know why. So yeah, there you go. A quick review for Shield Hero. But yeah, on Ari, on the whole discourse thing, like recently there's been some posts on the Villain Saga Reddit, because this is the only fandom I actually feel like I'm entrenched in, and people were like, Where is everybody? Why is no one discussing stuff about Vinland Saga? Why is the subreddit so dead? Why is it like where's the fandom? And I was
Bacon
thinking to
banned
myself
more.
recently, as you were saying that, as you were saying your thing, I was thinking Vinland Saga fandom is better because it's quiet.
Mm,
The more people
that's probably
talk, the
true.
worse it gets. Because the more stupid things, like the amount of people on the subreddit that complain about people complaining about season 2 is the worst. It is like there was a guy like that. There was like a panel, and he was like, "Oh, this Arabic translation is because they love season 1 so much because they." Thorfinn says he's a kinder person, not a better person, or something
Nice.
like that. I'm just like, what are you on? Translation is an art, my friend. They could have just been like, this feels better to me. And I really like in the comments, like, well, some people just don't like deep stories and are shonen babies. And that's why
Mm.
in every single Jarkey Bacon video, you'll see me call people shonen babies. Anyway, I'm just saying, thank goodness, like, the actual people who read the manga tend to not talk too much because the more
Mm.
people talk, the worse it gets. Because we
So
actually,
what Bacon
like,
is saying, go
Oh
Bacon,
boy.
go ahead.
what I'm saying is that if people read something, discuss something, but then go away and have their life, for 3 months or 3 weeks of the month, then it's better than people being constantly terminally online and getting mad continually, like on X, our favorite discussion
Yes.
platform.
I probably
So what
agree.
Bacon is saying is
Yeah.
that Vinland Saga needs their very own ciclet. That makes
Oh
everything
boy.
better.
Yeah. I think
That'll
every
make things
fandom needs one of
interesting.
those. Yeah, that'd be fun.
One of
No.
those, like he's not even a person, EliteAri,
The
Uh,
token defender of the terrible stuff, you know?
the rape
yeah.
apologist.
Yeah. Okay. I will not say anything.
Oh, okay.
My silence
Bacon
shall be
hates Ciclet.
deafening.
What the fuck?
Uh,
Wait, Ciclet made a Vinland Saga thing, remember? He hated anime. God, he was so smart.
True.
Did
God,
you
we
know
need
that?
him in these Mushoku Tensei discussions. What side would he take? I got no idea.
Oh,
didn't
he would
he didn't
definitely
like.
hate this pedo shit, right? He doesn't like Guts. Guts is a pedo, remember?
True.
Uh,
All right. So that's slavery, I guess.
Ari, you're like 10 years older than him, so.
Yeah, I'll
That's
True,
crazy.
you're old as fuck, EliteAri.
Oh,
You die
dead.
soon.
Okay, actually, I'm not going to say that. We can talk about that after the recording.
all right.
No.
Have we said all we need to say about slavery? I don't know.
Hang on.
It's a big
Yeah, it's
What was
deal.
I saying?
boring. There's nothing
It
to
is
say.
boring, I agree. It's not a big deal in the anime. I guess we'll see where it goes. Maybe it'll be a bigger deal to come. Who knows? I mean, I know, but yeah.
This is okay. This is one of those things where I'm sure that most people do not care about, but people will act like they care about so they can get the Twitter points. Boom. There we go.
Sure.
Discussion. Over.
Yep.
Not to say that if you do feel bad, it's wrong. I was like, huh? But then I was also like, hey, this is in like every isekai funny meme. Mushoku Tensei is like, I guess maybe because it's more popular, but
Mhm.
this is the first isekai you've come across where they buy a slave girl. Then I guess. I mean, okay, it is kind of cringe, but I feel like Mushoku Tensei's been the best so far. We'll see where it goes. Maybe it gets better, maybe it doesn't.
I guess
Could be more cringe. Could be Shield Hero.
to throw an olive branch out there to all the people who are outraged, let me give you my charitable understanding of why I think you are outraged, which is that like Rudy he's engaging in slavery. The narrative doesn't portray it as a bad thing, particularly at all. Like there's no internal monologue or anything.
Nope.
Therefore, Rudius is a bad person, and if you defend Rudius, then you are a bad person. I guess that's the charitable trying explanation of why people are upset here. Is I guess what I would say.
Yes,
but I disagree
think
with
the
that for
issue-
reasons I probably haven't gone into that much, but it's fine. If you believe that, I'm fine with it. Whatever. But I disagree with you.
I think it, but I think the leapfrog is then saying maybe like they're assuming that the series doesn't say anything about it. I guess
Yeah.
they show that slave girl is cute, how kawaii. This is really cute. Slavery's fun. Like they're not showing it to be that bad. Maybe that's it. But like just because the protagonist does something bad doesn't mean the series endorses it.
I think
Yeah.
I'm going to go out now and slavery somebody because
Oh
I watched
no!
Yu Mushoku.
What have we done? This is my fault. I introduced you to Mushoku Tensei. I'm responsible, right?
Maybe I should
Um,
slavery EliteAri, huh? Free thumbnails. For
But
all
then
of my
again,
videos.
there's been lots of killing and murdering, and people are okay with that. And
I should do
think
that
whenever it
too.
comes
That's
up
a
to
great idea,
outrage
Bacon.
with problematic stuff in media, murder is never clearly as bad as anything else. And that's because we're all super desensitized to it. Even though I think if you ask someone which one's worse, owning a slave or murdering someone, people would put them at least on parity. They wouldn't say. I don't think many people would be like, murder is less bad than owning a slave.
Yes, isn't that right, Kyle?
How many people do you have to enslave before it's worse than murder?
That's a great question. Ask a
It is,
utilitarian that.
Yeah.
Probably like 5.
Maybe
Nah,
do-
like
Five.
10.
Jesus. Murder is permanent. At least a slave could like kill you somehow.
Yeah,
and
No,
let
so
you
it's
be free.
120 million for EliteAri.
Maybe.
Okay,
I
well,
don't
it
know.
also depends. It also depends on what type of. Okay,
Yeah, like are they
it-
suffering when you like? Are you torturing them every night as their
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
slave of like?
and also depends on the murder, right? Like
Oh, yeah,
how
true,
bad
yeah.
is the murder? Like, are you like raking them over coals and then frying them in the deep fryer and then
Jesus.
making them nice and crispy? I don't know.
Just a bit of
Um,
old-fashioned murder, just a little shank or two, maybe.
Okay.
Right. Yep. All right. Perfect. Slave. That's slavery done.
Because some people
How
maybe
it's
say,
done,
oh,
it's
if you murder someone, but they don't feel any pain and they don't know what's happening, then it's okay.
What if they wanted to die at EliteAri, huh? What then?
What happens if they wanted to be a slave? What about that, EliteAri?
So true. Like, yeah,
Mm.
so true. Is it really murder if it's a fetus? You know, because of they have consciousness and
Oh my
abortion.
goodness, now we're talking about abortion. Jarkey Bacon's religious. He's going to kill you. He's going to smite you where you stand.
Yeah, unbelievable.
All
I
right.
don't believe this.
Let me go through my notes here. Right.
I will say.
Have we made fun of Bacon for being religious yet? I feel like I did
Oh,
earlier.
yeah, we just
huh?
did. There we go. All right. We hate religious people here. All right. Except for Bacon, we'll
indeed,
accept him.
yes.
We accept him here. He's a nice voice
No.
of opposition. You know. Okay. The Sylphie, Rudy scenes of them walking around the school and studying together remind me of something, is what I wrote down. And to me, I think it reminds
Oh,
me.
this is a Kyle entertainment point.
Really? To me, I think it reminds me
No,
of the
this
Goblet
is like
of
something I'd
Fire
say is what I'm saying.
when
Ooh,
like Harry
Harry Potter, we
and
love
like
Harry
when
Potter.
they're in the library studying or something. I think is what I'm thinking
With
of.
yeah, Harry and what's the nerdy king Neville?
Yeah, Neville.
Well,
Yes.
Looking at it about gillyweed or some shit.
no,
Yeah.
And
no,
Hermione
Neville
was there, but
Longbottom.
she had to leave because she had to be drowned because she was going to get saved by the big Chad
True.
dude who was
Oh,
Mushoku
yeah.
Tensei her because he was like 17 or something. She was like 14.
Terrible. Yeah, he was like a
Big
professional
Rudius
like
man.
Quidditch player or
Victor
something. Right?
Krum.
Yeah.
Hey,
God, I'm good
was
with
this
names.
the Slavic dude?
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
I
was
think he was
this was in
Slavic. I
Twilight
don't know what
Glory?
that means, but yes, he looks Slavic if ever I've seen one.
Yeah, they had the like Russian
like
hats
Russian.
and everything they were wearing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, big dumb Russian winter hat.
They're really cool. I like those.
So, okay, actually, I will say, like, I think because it's been popular to hate on the quality of the writing in Harry Potter, but I will say, I don't care if there's plot holes, whatever. Harry Potter's a fundamentally fun world to be in. All right, it's a
True.
good power fantasy. It's a kid that's down on his luck. He's the chosen one. He's going to this cool world, and you know, let's not pretend that we all didn't want to go to Hogwarts as a kid when we're reading or watching the movies. It's just cool, and this Magic Academy is very similar, very cool, very
Yes.
fun.
Hogwarts is like a boarding school, so it's scary. But I did want a wand, and I did want to shoot EliteAri.
Nice. Thanks, Kyle.
Okay.
What spell would you use?
Avada Kedavra.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Oh no! Would you not use?
That is the
Crucio?
coolest spell, isn't it? My God. Like it doesn't miss. Like
Yeah,
you hit them
and
anywhere and they just
screams,
die.
and
Like
he
yeah.
screams it.
There's
and
no
then he's
defense
dead,
against
and then
it. Yeah.
sometimes they have powers
No,
first, and then
so
that
you
one
can't
time.
miss an Avada Kedavra. I didn't realize that.
Well, I
thought
mean,
could,
you
like-
can probably miss, but like if they hit you, you're done. You know, there's no dodging. There's
Yeah,
no
they block
blocking.
it
there's-
sometimes.
No,
yeah,
that's just
they
the
do
that's just the
fucking
movie.
thing.
In the book, you can't block it. There's nothing you can do.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, you can block
Okay.
it with
Well,
the
all right. What are the three curses? You got the Crucio, which is
Crucio, Avada
Cruciatus,
Kedavra,
yeah.
and the other one is
Imperial.
control?
Shut up, Alina, you
Imperial.
Yeah.
Well, what does that one do?
Go ahead,
One of
Kyle.
them controls you, one of them tortures you, and one of them kills
Crucio is
you.
control. Imperial is the control one. Crucio is
And
the
when Moody does it
torture.
to the spider, and
God,
that's
it's so
pretty
cool. Yeah, my God, how great is Harry Potter?
Yeah,
Jesus.
it is very good.
Better than Mushoku Tensei, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. It's, I don't know about that. All right.
Percy Jackson is better though.
I've never seen one of those
I read like
movies.
the first 15
Oh,
pages of
no,
that book.
do
one
not
time.
watch the movies.
All right.
They were like, for the second movie, let's take the ending of the third book and and head it to the end of the second movie. They are universally clowned upon, but maybe that means they're really good. Like the One Piece Netflix adaptation. Am I right, fellas?
How
That's gonna
exciting!
be so good.
Few days
It's
left.
so good.
All
Only
right.
2 days.
No, a few days, like a week or two. I don't know.
I was getting excited.
But back to my notes here, right?
Disgusting.
We get some subtle information about magic. So we find out that teleportation magic is a taboo, which was pretty interesting. And we find out that this was like in the background when Rudy was like giving a monologue and the teacher was giving something and you could only hear it because of the subtitles. So barrier
But I don't remember
magic.
what it said.
Yeah, barrier magic used to be concealed by the
Oh
holy country
yeah,
of
they
Millis.
were concealing it.
Yeah, but it's only
We were there
recently
once.
being allowed to be taught. Yeah, we were in Millis once, yeah. But we it's only been
With
recently
Clifford,
allowed to
the
be
big
taught.
red dog over there, right?
Indeed,
Yes,
yes.
because he was like, oh, I'm a beginner barrier, but I'm going to be intermediate soon.
Yeah.
Um,
But what's interesting about this is that at the university, even though they can now teach the barrier magic, they're only allowed to teach it up to a beginner level. So there's even still restrictions there. But, yeah.
so
Like
hang
the
on.
barrier between worlds, like how you isekai somebody, obviously.
So Millis,
Yep.
they like had the barrier magic, but they didn't want to share it with everybody. Is that the idea?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, there would be. I guess the implication is that different regions in the world probably specialize in different like areas of research when it comes to magic, and Millis seems to be a very developed magic when it comes to barriers, and they have the choice of whether they want to share it or not. I guess all their research, and they probably chose not to.
That's because in the ancient battle, they put up a big barrier, and that's why their city didn't get destroyed. And that's why they don't have skyscrapers,
That is
but the other
interesting, isn't
demon
it?
continent does.
Yeah.
God, I just know everything. I figured it out.
The city of Millis was very. It looked interesting.
It looks like that the place in One Piece where the girl says, "I want to live."
That's crazy,
Kinda
Kyle.
does,
One Piece reference.
If only I understood that. Okay, my second last note here. The stuff. Oh, basically, it's me just saying that Sylphie. I enjoy her so much more in the anime, like the stuff we've seen so far, than I did in the light novel. Just because the visuals are great. Like she always looks on model and really cool lighting and everything. And the voice acting is great. I really like her voice acting.
Okay, Ari, I've not seen your
Oh no.
your tier list, but who is your current best girl?
Oh, Jesus, current? Like at this point in the story?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we all know that Norn Greyrat is my favorite character in Mushoku Tensei.
Yes, of course.
Embarrassing.
It's not even close. But up to this point, in terms of girls, probably EliteAri. I really like EliteAri.
Faith.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot. I'd have to think about it. I don't even know.
Do we ever decide if best girl means your favorite girl character or the one you want to fuck more?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, up to interpretation, I guess. Yeah.
Because my favorite one is a little 5-year-old girl, not the one that EliteAri likes, but Aisha. No, I
Yeah, her
remember the
sister.
name. God,
Yeah.
I'm smart. Yeah, she's got red hair and she is embarrassed that her brother's a big fucking Kuma. And that was neat. But the one you want to fuck the most is obviously Alana Lies or something. There's probably other ones. Zenith is pretty milfy. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. We like that. I'm sure there's others, but I'm forgetting.
There's probably a lot. But Bacon, did you have
Well,
someone
Bacon,
in
you asked the
mind?
question.
Oh yeah, so I was saying about favorite female character. That's what I was meaning. But I was saying Fitz is so cool. Very cool.
I agree.
Enjoy Sylphie, very cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I as I was thinking about that, I'm like, is she my favorite female character? Don't know. Maybe.
What about
about
Aisha
Ariel?
Bacon?
Yeah, well, Aisha. Yeah. Or Eris.
Ariel. Eris.
Ghislaine.
Eris
Remember
was
Ghislaine?
obviously,
Been asking before.
Ghislaine, yeah, Ghislaine, I guess, yeah, no, she was, I remember liking her when she was in the story, but now I was just, yeah, her character design is rough.
It's amazing.
She's kind of ugly.
Oh my god. How could you?
Maybe
I don't wanna
my
fuck
favorite is the
Ghislaine.
Gorilla Woman. That's my final answer.
All right, perfect. Look at that. My last note then. Oh, this isn't even a note. I just said that when I was looking at the Mushoku Tensei Discord server, someone had like a pinned message, and it was like the 25 controversies that are going to be in season 2. And I think we've got through like 5 of them. It's really funny.
Oh, really? So what are the
But
fuck
they're not
so
that big. I don't have them listed, but it was things like Rudy sleeping with what's his name? Sarah, who's like she's like 16 or something. You've got the slavery stuff here. You've got I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know. There's other stuff like that where it's like things that are going to be controversial to some audiences, but not to all of them. You know. But boy, we got a big one coming up. It's going to be interesting.
I can't wait.
I do wonder if it'll be like way worse than the slavery thing, or if it'll be like a non-issue. I guess we'll see.
I was going to say something because I think it one thing with the Sarah thing that helped me convince not to feel like it was as problematic, and this is more to do with my feeling on the thing, not the actual objective facts. But the fact that maybe I said this last time, but the fact that we've heard his older voice less and less.
Yeah.
And I think we've only heard it. Did we only hear it like in these last 2 episodes when he saw the man god? maybe. I can't remember.
No,
We
he
see
it
does
feels
it.
like-
We see it every now and then when he's narrating his like day-to-day
I
stuff.
guess. But like to me, it almost feels like he is actually Rudius now and not his old self, if that makes sense. And so it's kind of convinced me that this is how he thinks. He thinks like
Yeah,
a
that's really
15-year-old or
interesting.
whatever.
I
So,
do. It
like,
is a
to me,
question.
like anime has slowly convinced me to be like, no, he's a 15-year-old that's trying to figure out what he's doing with his life, and
Hmm.
he's going through these awkward situations. Not a 50-year-old dude trying to figure out his life, if that makes sense. That's what the anime has convinced me on. Even though you do have to like just I guess just conceive just accept that like his propositions of how he the situation that he hasn't changed since he was 16 and locked up in his room or whatever, that is
Mhm.
completely unrealistic, but that is like the point.
Mm.
And so that
I
makes
remember
sense.
making
That
this
like
talking point back in our final discussion
well
with
no,
Kyle.
well yes, that's what I'm referencing. That's
Yes,
what I'm
yes,
referencing. So,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. That's
Do we make it to 2 hours?
that's everything. No, we haven't. 1 hour and 30 something minutes.
That's pretty
No
good.
shit.
Yeah,
I'm
believe
so
it or
fucking
not,
sleepy.
because we didn't have to. There was
It's
no
unbelievable.
massive disagreement in our slavery discourse. We all somewhat agreed, so that was great.
Yeah, we love
So
slavery.
any predictions, I
British, of
guess, is
course
what
I
we
do.
usually talk about.
I already did a million predictions. I figured everything
Yeah,
out.
I feel like I did
Yeah,
so many
true.
predictions. I don't have any ones I want to get off my chest.
I predict next
We're not
episode
leaving
will.
in 2 episodes.
Yeah, we'll still be at the university next episode. That's what I'm predicting. I guess we'll see.
We've got a 4-armed man to meet and a silent bitch to meet.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Leave a comment. All right, say something. Disagree with us or agree with us. Tell us rank us. Which one is the best of us three? And put me at the top because I read the light novel, right?
It's not gonna be Carl. I'm probably gonna be.
Yeah, we'll see. Thank you, everyone.
Tell the most jokes. I figure the most things out. I'm just the smartest.
All right, go ahead, Bacon. You can shout yourself out and say how great you are as well. There you go.
I may make a Mushoku Tensei video. There's so many videos I want to make. Kind of just depends on the afternoon. But yeah, what I do want to say is that it's coming home, boys. It's finally coming home.
Yeah, embarrassing. Shut up, kid.
Yeah, well done. It's finally we got when the lads can't bring it home, we have to get the lasses to do so. And so the ladies, they're doing a good job out there. Always appreciate it. Got to bring it home from the other side of the world, but that's just how it be.
Excellent. All right,
All right,
Kyle.
do you know what I'm referencing right now?
No, I have no idea.
You don't?
We should kill the British.
Kyle knows.
Yeah, Kyle,
Does
go
Elite
ahead.
Ari even get the context, or is he a big fuck
I'm
Ari
assuming
doesn't
it's
know
some
this
sports
is
thing. I
subject.
don't know.
Yeah,
It's
the
the
Women's World Cup, idiot.
Oh.
The English beat the Australians in the semi-finals.
I say,
God,
okay,
you know what?
Oh
okay,
my
that
God.
Australian goal was absolutely insane. I thought that.
I didn't actually
I was
watch
watching
it.
the highlights.
I don't watch fucking soccer, bro.
Soccer,
But everybody else was watching it, so
but it
I heard
was
about it.
the thing is being hosted in Australia. That's why I'm like, all right, this
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had someone
That's
sitting
why a
on my
bunch of rugby
plane.
league games have to happen on fucking cricket grounds now, Bacon, because it's fucking nonsense. But anyway, go ahead. You're on a plane, Elite.
Yeah, I had someone on my plane, and they were like, "Oh, I'm going to Sydney for the final of the soccer," and I was like, "Oh my god, crazy! I didn't know there was a soccer thing going on at the moment." But yeah,
I actually
that's my
heard
story.
somewhere that it's one of the it's one of those crazy things. I feel like I missed most of the tournament, but like this is when football's at its best, in my opinion, where it's just like teams, you just see them go through. It's knockouts, it's good fun. World Cup's great. And now
those shit
England's
fucking
actually in the
soccer competitions
final.
don't even have
I feel
finals.
like and if they win, this will be the first World Cup win England's ever had for the
Since
women's team, and the
60s.
first since the
Because it's in
60s.
Mad Men.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's a Mad Men
We love
scene
Mad
where
Men.
they win.
And
We did it. I didn't bring it up yet, but I just did. We haven't ended the episode yet.
And so it's coming home. It's like basically when
It's
I
a
think
joke,
it's a joke because there's a song when
it doesn't come out.
England hosted the Euro Cup. I think one year there was a song made, and it's like sings "It's Coming Home," and it's talking about how the football's coming home because it's being hosted in England. But now it's become a thing where it's like it's a big meme of like, oh, can we bring the trophy home? Because the meme is England made football or whatever. That's what they say.
Soccer,
And
yeah.
we can't win. We can't win. So
Wow,
that's
that's
the
so
big-
sad.
Also, wrestlers say that about tournaments when they're British, and Zack Sabre Jr. says that in G1 press conferences. So I know everything through wrestling.
Nice.
He didn't win
Nice.
the tournament either, Bacon. It's okay.
Oh, big Sag. Anyway, best of
Yeah.
luck to the
Anyway,
ladies out there.
I don't know a single thing about sports. So we're not going to talk about any more. All right, that's it. I'm putting my foot down.
You know everything about the Parramatta Eels? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, they gave me those checkbooks. That's all I know about them. Yeah, Kyle. Now it's your
What
turn.
did the Bulldogs do,
Bacon is
EliteAri?
Oh my god, we're not talking about that. Go check out our
They fucked
Chainsaw Man
the Tigers
discussion.
still
All
got-
right. Yeah, we went on tangents and tangents, and my god, we talked about everything.
I'm watching rugby right now. I'm
my
checked
god.
out.
Yeah,
watching
Kyle.
actual
Anything
sport.
you want to say, Kyle? Now's your platform. There you go. I'm platforming you.
Titans
Don't say
lost
anything racist.
today. Life sucks. They're crazy.
Oh, Kyle.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I found a rugby league manga.
No shot. I swear I looked for one time.
Okay,
Wait,
well,
I
because
think
the
I
reason
did find it.
I was
right, wait,
I was
we should
reading
end
rugby
this.
manga. I was reading rugby manga, and then it has this position called like stand half or whatever. And I was like, "What is this position?"
Halfback,
And then I
maybe,
looked it
not
up, and then it
stand-half.
was like 5'8" or whatever, standoff or whatever.
5'8". Oh my goodness. Number
Crazy.
6.
I can't believe
And
it.
then I was like, "What? This rugby league?" Oh, my interest went down extremely. But I was like, "I'll have to tell Kyle about this."
Send the link.
Okay.
Crazy.
And
For
now
real,
you've
for
told
real.
our thousands of viewers who will watch this as the views accumulate over the next coming months.
Yeah.
So yep, that's it. See you later, everyone. See you in a few weeks.
See you.
Fuck you.